Howdy folks, for tonight's video we have a Jund standard deck. It's slightly different from some of the typical Ob Nixilis sort of aggro-y Jund lists. Mostly in the sense that we have a couple of partially silly, partially surprisingly viable combos that we are building around, more so than just traditional linear aggressive fare. And those two combos essentially focus on either Devilish Valet or Ob Nixilis. In the case of Devilish Valet, we're supporting it with Tend the Pests and a pile of 4-drops with a lot of power. Meaning that if we sack a Daemogoth Woe-Eater or a Daemogoth Titan to a Tend the Pests, we get to double Devilish Valet's power somewhere between 7 to 11 times, which does usually enough damage to kill your opponent. And in the case of Ob Nixilis, those same 4-drops sack to immediately let your Ob Nixilis token ultimate, which means that either you're looking at drawing 7 cards, which is pretty good relatively early in the game, or doing 7 damage to your opponent, which if you've been aggressive manages to finish them off. Which is especially viable because we do have the usual Ob Nixilis low drop package of pressuring our opponent's life total pretty early. Additionally, Esika's Chariot means that if we do have an Ob Nixilis token that was made by sacrificing a Daemogoth, when Esika's Chariot attacks, you just get an Ob Nixilis that has the original loyalty that it entered the battlefield with, which means another 7 or 11 loyalty Ob Nixilis, so you might have a curve out where on turn 7 you play a 4-drop, sack it to Ob Nixilis, crew Chariot, swing with Chariot, make another copy of Ob Nixilis, and just immediately 14 damage your opponent, which can be lethal pretty quickly. And one other thing before we actually move on, I'm going to apologize. There's no in-game audio for this video. As far as I can tell, we were playing Arcane Bombardment earlier, and it put so many triggers on the stack that it just broke Arena, and the entire stream after that point, there was no in-game audio, and I didn't notice. So, might be a little quieter than normal. Okay, so we need a 3rd land for this hand to do anything, but it does a lot if we do find a 3rd land. Yeah, we found a 3rd land. Okay. Admittedly, Skyclave Shade does not block very well against Shambling Ghast, so that's an initial hurdle that we will have to contend with. But I love my opponent not doing anything, and I love top-decking Riveteers Requisitioner. This card feels so good. It's like Super Growth Spiral. Wedding announcement. Oh no. Ob Nixilis. Oh no. Alright, well, maybe that'll do something eventually. In the meantime, we'll play Fable. No Riveteers Requisitioner attack. I mostly just want to block with it. Skyclave Shade doesn't block at all. That is true. That's why it's not a very good blocker. More wedding announcements. I see. So we're going to discard Skyclave Shade. Oh, that's a cool synergy, actually, isn't it? Do I want to discard Ob Nixilis? I kind of want to discard Ob Nixilis. I won't. Okay. 2/2 attacks, makes treasure. Opponent double blocks, fine by me. Kills Requisitioner instead of making a treasure. I would like that. But they don't. Do I want to play the Skyclave Shade? I don't think I want to play the Skyclave Shade. I think I want the treasure. Okay, if I can top deck 2 copies of Tend the Pest somehow. Oh, I can actually just straight up do that with Fable of the Mirror Breaker, come to think of it. Because it's discarding some cards. Okay, so 2 copies of Tend the Pest, and 2 turns, and we get to do a lot, I think. Okay, so the wedding announcements of our opponent give them... There's 1 copy of Tend the Pests. Alright, I don't think I need Ob Nixilis anymore. Lands. Perfect. Devilish Valet number 2. You love to see it. Okay. Do I play a Devilish Valet here in the hope that my opponent doesn't... I guess I can probably afford to play one Devilish Valet and hope the opponent doesn't have removal for it. It's not the end of the world if they do have removal for it, but I think we're good on not playing the Skyclave Shade, probably. Am I safe to block with Devilish Valet here? No, because the opponent could have Wandering Emperor, and I'm not okay with that. So now we're going to have an interesting question. Namely, how much damage is this? And is it a lot? Because I kind of feel like it's probably going to be a lot. I think. So, second Devilish Valet? This might be wrong. Trigger. Copy Kiki Jiki, hope they don't have a removal spell. They do not. Trigger. Copy Kiki Jiki. Trigger. Copy Devilish Valet. Trigger. Combat. Swings. Opponent declares blockers. Opponent plays Wandering Emperor, exiling 32 power Devilish Valet. Can I risk? Alright. You get one more move, opponent. Wandering Emperor. Please don't concede, please don't concede, please don't concede, please don't concede. Please don't crash the game, please don't crash the game, please don't crash the game, please don't crash the game. No! What was their life? It wasn't 30? Game. I need to know. I need to know how much damage that is. Of all of the things that I was expecting, it wasn't for my opponent to go to 30 life and then lose. So who wants to do the math in chat to tell me how much damage we actually just did? I guess maybe the answer is like -10. It's easy math. 2 to the power of 32. I don't think it was actually 2 to the power of 32, right? Because they had 2 blockers, and we had 2 attackers, and both of the attackers started at different numbers. So I guess, okay, they had 6 toughness blocking. 2 to the power of 32 is what we were multiplying both of our attackers by. Our attackers had what? 8 and 32 power? No. 32 was the one we were attacking with originally. So, okay, it was 8 and 2? Okay. So how much is that? Record 8 and 1? Okay. Alright, well, from now on we're going to be trying to beat that number. I do not think this is a deck that gets to keep a hand that just plays only 4 drops. This, however, strikes me as a hand that I'm really hoping... Why did I get rid of Deathcap Glade instead of a Pathway? I don't know. Really hoping this finds red mana, though. Also, like, playing kind of sloppy suddenly. Okay, opponent successfully not doing anything and very efficiently playing around my Eyetwitch fetching red mana game plan. Kind of sucks. Wedding announcement. No. Yay, red mana. Success. Alright. Blitzing the Requisitioner. Swinging with creatures. Holding back Eyetwitch to block. Opponent blocks Requisitioner because they would rather have 3 life than a token, I guess. Works for me. Should the PB have commas to make it easier for viewers? Why? I'm not generous like that. Yeah, I feel like I'm probably supposed to blitz this Requisitioner. And not just hardcast it. Could kick this Riveteers Charm to try to draw some cards. Actually, yeah, blitzing the Riveteers Requisitioner, I can't attack because they're representing the Wandering Emperor here. So I think... Oh, this is until your next instep, huh? Oh, I haven't actually read this before. That's a really weird version. That means I want to play it on my opponent's turn? Wild. Okay, so then we do blitz the Riveteers Requisitioner, and I don't swing with anything, I guess, is now where I'm at in life. No swings. Okay, well, Wandering Emperor does not exist here, apparently, but I guess that's good for me anyway. Lolth. Okay. So now I guess I just Riveteers Charm? And Wedding Announcement makes a bunch of big tokens. That's fair. Alright. We draw some cards. Ob Nixilis. Okay. I mean, that is kind of like drawing 3 cards, which seems relatively cool. Yeah, no point in attacking with an Eyetwitch when my opponent has 3/2s with Reach. I suppose Pest Summoning is 3 additional power. Expanded Anatomy is only 2, so I'm supposed to take the Pest Summoning. Let's go ahead and make a blocker with you. Uptick with you so I gain life. I guess maybe if I didn't make the blocker, I had 1 additional... Oh, I already played a land? Okay. If I didn't make the blocker, I could make another creature next turn. But no, I need 4 blockers to keep my Ob Nixilis from dying anyway. Valkmira? That prevents 1 damage! Oh no. My Devilish Valet is going to do 1 less damage now. I don't believe I care about the 1 loyalty Ob Nixilis. I do care about the 2 loyalty Ob Nixilis, though. So we have the ability to save our 2 loyalty Ob Nixilis. We have 6 mana. I need the ability to crew Chariot. I don't want to let them downtick Lolth. So we block here and here. Oh, I guess I have to double block this anyway. They could choose not to kill the Devil token. Active player, non-active player. Valkmira means that I can't actually ping the Lolth anyway. So yeah, we're good. Okay. And I do want tokens. So I guess I'm hoping the opponent doesn't hold up a removal spell. I don't think this is going to be lethal, right? I'll grab Environmental Sciences in case this isn't lethal, and I have to figure out some other plan that involves going and getting more mana. No! No! Opponent! Oh, okay. Well, that's the incorrect card to take, opponent, in the sense that that wasn't a card that did anything. I even drew another Chariot anyway. Okay. Well, is this lethal? I make 4 cards. I don't know, let's find out. Might not be. Boop, boop. Boop. Hey, I think this is actually lethal. Yay. Well, unfortunately, opponent, you definitely took the wrong card. Boop. Okay. Just a casual 18 damage. Yeah, there are a lot of Magic decks that make you learn math. This is an interesting Magic deck that forces your opponent to learn math as well. I like this deck too. Okay. This is a hand of cards, so I think I'm allowed to keep it. Ooh, do I want to play Riveteers Requisitioner on 2 over Eyetwitch? Probably? Probably? Maybe? I don't know. Why do I betray you? By forcing you to do math? I'm sorry. I'll try to do better in the future. Wow. Okay, Thalia admittedly sucks a lot right now for me. That's kind of disappointing. I could have attacked with the Requisitioner just to develop Fable this turn. Maybe I was actually supposed to do that? Add commas to the PB? Absolutely not. I'm not here to make this easier on you. I'm here to do quite literally the opposite. Luminarch Aspirant. Alright. Well, I assume then that I am probably chump blocking. They do not let me. Okay. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. We have Woe-Eater, Tend the Pests. That is a powerful start. Helena and Helena. That's pretty annoying, but at least I have powerful jump blocks. Oh yeah. Jump block all day. The worst part about this is that I can't go get something that actually draws cards, though. I guess I can just get Environmental Sciences and then discard it to Fable. That's like card advantage. Ooh. Alright. So 4, 7, 10 mana? 10 mana combo, huh? This is a 5th mana, this is a 6th mana, this is a 7th mana, this is an 8th mana? I can get up to 8 mana? I could play the Valet and hope they don't have a removal spell. Is that what I want to do? Alright, I guess that's the plan. We are on plan, hope opponent doesn't have a removal spell. If I play the Woe-Eater now, I have to also hope the opponent doesn't have a removal spell anyway. But if I play the Woe-Eater now, then like a removal spell for both Requisitioners, or me just being forced to chump block with both the Requisitioners also kills me. Okay, this should mean that I win, I think. Probably. I mean, I guess I'm hoping that the numbers for Valet get high enough, but I think they probably get high enough. Maybe not. Gaining 9 life, and if they leave behind a blocker. Well, Luminarch Aspirant isn't much of a blocker. Okay, I definitely want my treasures. Yeah, I'm assuming I'm pretty fine, but I want to keep the drama up. Also, I think it's probably going to be like 500 damage, if I can do my math right. Boop. Fun part, I do also get this trigger with Woe-Eater, so I even get to draw a card and gain some life. Don't concede, opponent. Don't concede, opponent. Don't concede, opponent. Oh yeah, that is true. If they left behind first strike blockers, I actually would have, like, not really had a plan here, would I? Alright, alright. So that is now the largest negative number we've gotten an opponent to. Not technically the most damage we've dealt, but the largest negative life total. I believe we can probably keep this off the strength of Riveteers Requisitioner, although once again I am begging my opponent to kill my stuff for me. Yay! Lands. This deck functions marginally better when it finds the third land, as we have discovered. Woe-Eater can sacrifice my own stuff, but I think that's the stage of the game where sacrificing my own stuff ceases to be as relevant of a factor. It seems to be my 1 and 2 drops I really want my opponent to kill for me. Strangely. Shigeki. Okay, that was not the game plan, opponent. But an interesting choice, for sure. No attacks with Riveteers Requisitioner. I would rather block the Silver Quill Silencer. I am not about this aggro life. But we have 2 Devilish Valets and 2 Tend the Pests, which means things can get interesting. Things can get very interesting. Opponent, if you would kindly just not do anything for the next little bit. Oh, delightful. I was planning to kill this Riveteers Requisitioner anyway. So thank you very much, opponent. Do I think that combo will be banned? Which combo? Do I discard any cards? You know what? Honestly, no. Swing with 2/2. Cool. Opponent blocks with Rafine? Nope. Just wants to take the damage. I can respect it. Devilish Valet. Should I have attacked? Probably. Valet dies to a stiff breeze. That is one risk. Yes. Please don't kill my valet. Just play stuff. It will be fine. I'm sure there's absolutely no threat here of you taking millions of damage this turn. Oh, Tenacious Underdog is a cute synergy with Rafine. Draw a card. Alright. Well, I guess the opponent is probably very dead then. So let's see. Devilish Valet's power doubles. We play another Devilish Valet. It's power doubles again. We play Shambling Ghast. Power doubles again. Combat. Swing with everybody. Hold priority. Make a treasure. Tend the Pests. Sacking. I guess I need 3 Devilish Valets to really combo off the way I would like to. So I guess we're going to do Reflection. This only being 2 is kind of lame. No, I needed to sack the Shambling Ghast to get the other treasure. I don't know why I thought I was getting the treasure sacking something else. Oh, I messed this up immensely. Yeah, I was supposed to sack the Ghast and then sack the Valet to get 16 tokens. Deeply, deeply, deeply incorrect. I don't think that was going to beat our previous best, though. How's the Team Arcane Bombardment pile been working? I believe we went 14 and 5 with it. So just a hair under 75% win rate. So pretty good. Meanwhile, this hand is spectacular. I forgot to unmute the audio from earlier. Okay, turn 1 Hive, turn 2 Requisitioner, turn 3, I don't know yet. But hey, we got some sacrifice fodder. That's something at least. 1 and 2 versus Sparky, yeah, but that was with a different build, right? So that doesn't count. I gotta be saying, so far, Riveteers Requisitioner feels like the most impressive card in this deck. And we've been doing a lot of very silly things, but this has felt like secretly stellar. There's been so many times where I just blitzed this thing just to put a treasure into play and draw a card. Oh, okay. Well, my opponent 1-for-1'd me and I got a treasure. So, like, that's cool, I guess. Shambling Ghast, sure. Am I just supposed to play Daemogoth Woe-Eater here? I think I'm just supposed to play Daemogoth Woe-Eater. And, like, yeah, my opponent's gonna kill Shambling Ghast, and then the Daemogoth's gonna sacrifice itself, which kind of sucks. I guess the alternative is I could just play Ob Nixilis and, like, start upticking Ob Nixilis. Maybe that's better? It's probably better. But I could draw 7 cards, though, if my opponent doesn't have a removal spell. It's such a bummer that my opponent's probably going to have literally a removal spell, so I can't do that. I could upkeep Tend the Pests on the Woe-Eater, but I kind of just... That doesn't save the Woe-Eater, really? So I don't know if it accomplishes much. Okay. Well, I think I'm just upticking Ob Nixilis. I mean, maybe having 7 pests is enough to win. And I guess I actually get the trigger for Woe-Eater too, don't I? But, like, if my opponent's running March of Sorrows, I'm assuming they're going to have... No, my Woe-Eater! I'm assuming they're going to have board wipes, which wouldn't really leave me very happy. Okay, well, guess I'm just going to keep upticking. If I sack the Daemogoth to Ob Nixilis to cast it, I can just ultimate the copy immediately. I guess I'm just going to keep being aggressive. That seems like a good idea when I have 2 Ob Nixilises in play. Ob Nixilis is looking fairly good this game, I suppose. It's just kind of doing 4 damage to our opponent a turn. Okay, Sorin the Mirthless. Does that do anything? Well, our opponent can go to 1. I'm probably supposed to kill Sorin rather than put my opponent to 1, though. So, alright. Do you want to discard some cards, opponent? You want to discard some cards, opponent? I could also Blitz Requisitioner and then Tend the Pests it. But I think I'm supposed to just kill Sorin. For sure, with Menace. Probably. Did we already take infinite turns in Explorer? We took functionally infinite turns many times, yes. For values of infinite that include every turn for the rest of the game. And we did manage to take actually infinite turns against Sparky. Okay, well... And what if I do 2 damage to you unless you discard a card? And do 2 damage to you unless you discard a card. Okay, but I'm willing to discard a card. Let's see. I'm a little scared to attack with the Hive of the Eye Tyrant in case there's a white march here. So I guess I'm just going to swing with Riveteers Requisitioner instead. Getting to Lightning Bolt my opponent with haste and also draw a card and also make a treasure feels pretty good. Alright, I think I just make 3 1/1s. Do we play the Skyclave Shade here? Kind of just... I think I'm supposed to play the Eyetwitch. That way I'm threatening to block the Vampire, so the Ob Nixilis can ultimate. We could have held up Tend the Pests on the Eyetwitch. This is true. But if we manage to block with Eyetwitch, if they don't remove the Eyetwitch, that is to say, then I'm probably ultimating Ob Nixilis, so we're probably winning anyway. Does Burn Down the House fit into this deck? Gives you tokens and doesn't wipe your 4-drops. I don't think we have room for it, but the synergy isn't nothing. I don't love that it hits Ob Nixilis for the board wipe form, and I don't think 5 mana for 3 tokens is a rate this deck is super excited about. Yeah, I'm willing to make this block. I don't know why you're attacking the 3 mana Ob, though. I mean, I'm mostly inclined to let this happen, because I don't care about Ob having more than 1 loyalty. Yeah, okay, there's the March that was planning to hit the Hive earlier. Okay, well, now you need to answer the 7 mana Ob. You did not answer the 7 mana Ob, so opponent, you are free to draw 7 cards if you would like. The fact that this can target the opponent is so silly. So incredibly silly. I don't know why on earth they thought that should be able to target the opponent. That would be a horrifying spot to get revitalized. Although I guess they would still die. It would have to be something other than revitalized, because I still have the 3 attackers. Is this unkeepable? I mean, I guess I can just play lands and not do anything. It could be good. The way I see it, all we gotta do is draw, like, a 1-drop into Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Ah, shoot. I only did the second best thing. Okay. Well, my opponent also doing nothing is... I guess they're going to sack the Eyetwitch. Yeah, that's fine. Do I have a water bottle over there? I think I do. Wow. Excellent. What? Table was higher than I was expecting there. Hope that wasn't too loud. That's what I get for trying to do 2 very complicated things at the same time. Like, sit down and also read a clock. Alright, well. We get to play Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I like that. Because that means we get to ramp a little bit. So we need 8 mana to do Devilish Valet and Tend the Pests. Can I have 8 mana on my Fable of the Mirror Breaker turn? Ooh, I might be able to, if I have another Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I'll probably draw more lands. Ooh, Daemogoth. Okay, that probably... So 5, 9 mana. Huh. That might be good enough to win next turn. Although they're probably going to kill my 2/2 here, which makes it a little harder. So I'm going to go up to 5. Next turn I can go up to 6. So no, I definitely can't kill them next turn. Even if they don't actually do this. Yeah, you can have the Eyetwitch lesson. I think I'm totally fine with that. Oh, I guess 7 with Pathway? 8. Yeah. No matter what happened, I was still going to be 1 short. Containment Breach on a Kiki-Jiki Saga. Fine by me. Mythic Massacre for 2. No! Opponent, think of all the treasure that I could have had. Discard cards. Do I want to discard any? I don't know that I actually want to discard any is the thing. Okay, so I think I play Chariot and try to start making more treasures with Chariot. Because I suspect as long as I get up to 9 mana, I instantly win the game. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain on Daemogoth versus Beatdown Heavy. Part of the idea was that 7 mana 4-drops make it so that you can ultimate Ob Nixilis, but I'm not entirely certain that actually is relevant at all. Beatdown Heavy is probably pretty likely to just be better, I suspect. Okay, so if I play Devilish Valet, Crew with Chariot 2, and no, that's not going to work. I could play Woe-Eater and hope the opponent can't remove it. Could play Devilish Valet, Devilish Valet. No, still 1 mana short. I believe I'm probably supposed to just make the treasure. Copy here. I'm assuming they just double block the Chariot in all likelihood. Yeah, they do in fact just double block the Chariot. There wasn't a huge point in attacking with the cat because this block, but I don't know. I don't actually feel like my ability to prevent 1 damage with a Skullport Merchant matters at all, so didn't feel pained by it. Eyetwitch. I feel like the opponent is forced to board wipe this turn, or they lose. I guess they could have an instant removal spell next turn to not lose. Okay, I guess I can play 1 Devilish Valet to play around instant speed removal spells, because I'm probably going to be able to beat a board wipe anyway. Well, no, I guess I can't beat a board wipe. Even if I top deck a land, I'm still 1 mana short. So maybe I wasn't supposed to play the Valet? So that I could play the Valet after a board wipe? Soul Transfer doesn't matter, though. So I don't have the mana to play everything next turn. Oh, okay, well. Thankfully the opponent tapped out, so I can just kill them. Boop. 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 Brrr. Boop. Chunk. Boop. Beep. Only 512, yeah. Unfortunately. I appreciate the opponent setting up the blocks. Alright, negative 480. We're really not doing a very good job of approaching on this PB number. Alright, alright. We'll give it a couple more shots. I feel like a hand that doesn't do anything until turn 3 if you top deck a land is totally fine and keepable if the turn 3 is Fable of the Mirrorbreaker, right? 34 billion? Oh, really? Wow. Alright. That's seriously unimpressive then. I really have to pump those numbers up. Blex, thanks for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Okay. I guess in a pinch I can Tend the Pests, the Eyetwitch, to get a Environmental Sciences? I would really just prefer to draw an untapped land. Requisitioner. Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright, well. I guess I'll swing with the Eyetwitch. I'm kind of hoping that baits the opponent into attacking with the Professor of Symbology, because I really want to trade this Riveteers Requisitioner for Professor of Symbology. Is it just mirrors Riveteers Charm bugged and kind of broken as a result of it? I don't know. So far I've played exactly one mode on Riveteers Charm. What is the bug supposed to be? Or, I guess, perceived as? Requisitioner, please kill it! Please kill it! Please kill it! Please don't just take the 3! Please don't just take the 3! If you gas the draw mode, it works like Showdown Draw. Does it? It is not supposed to. At least, that's the way I thought that it worked, but apparently the wording isn't that. But yeah, if you sorcery speed it, it's not supposed to do that. If you cast in your instep, it does. But it wouldn't surprise me. It's a really weird wording they don't use very often. Professor of Symbology, sure. Fortunately, I kind of have to tend the pests here. But at least when I do so, I get to make a fancy double block. Ooh. They're even going to let me get in Environmental Sciences, huh? Oh, and I make the land drop so I don't even have to use my treasure? Radical. Alright, Fable of the Mirror Breaker it is. No attacks. Lol. Okay, that doesn't matter. Counter on Skullport Merchant. Putting it anywhere other than Skullport Merchant is a mistake because I'm supposed to attack with the 2-2 here, and now they don't have a block that kills the 2-2 without losing something. Kind of feel like I'm supposed to throw away Ob there, but oh well. Okay, well, attack the Lolth. Now the opponent has to either leave me with a 2-2 or lose something. That is infinite damage, but infinite damage is always less fun than finitely infinite damage, right? Well, if the opponent takes this very, very slowly with 2 Tend the Pests, provided they don't kill our Kikis, and I can build up a bunch of mana, we should get to make some pretty big numbers. Mascot Exhibition, okay, don't really care about that. What am I supposed to throw away here? I don't really want this Ob, to be entirely honest with you. I think I can throw away the land and keep the Requisitioner. Yeah, drew the land anyway. Perfect. Okay, so I guess I would rather play Hive on the off chance I wind up cycling this Proving Ground. Let's blitz the Requisitioner. I think I just want this treasure in play. Could Tend the Pest the Requisitioner, but I don't really want to. Okay. If they want to block my 2-2 with their 2-1 rather than their 4-3, I am okay with that. I'll take it. Yeah, okay. They sack the 2-1. Mostly gets there all the same regardless. I could Tend the Pests the Requisitioner. I don't really see that as meaningfully beneficial in any way. Get an untapped land, which means I could, for one treasure, cycle Proving Ground. I don't think that I want to do that. Okay. So, if the opponent just plays a land and plays their 7-drop, and we top deck our what's-its-name, we get to do a lot of damage that might be enough to break our previous record? Maybe. Probably. Actually, we have 2 Tend the Pests? Almost certainly it would be, like, significantly more. Right? No, I would need to pass the turn to pull that off, actually. I can't do 2 Tend the Pests. Or at least I can't correctly do 2 Tend the Pests here. Okay. Well, now the opponent's going to need a removal spell, or multiple removal spells at instant speed, or a board wipe. Because we just have a lot of Kiki-Jikis currently. Like, a lot of Kiki-Jikis currently? Like 10 Kiki-Jikis currently? Okay, Lunarch Aspirant isn't anything. Wedding Announcement is a blocker, so that's something. I guess they could have an instant speed removal spell for when I go to try to make a copy of Kiki-Jiki here. Yeah, attack for 7. Has to be the instant speed removal spell, right? Alright, well, let's do this before they draw. Okay. Do I just try to go for lethal here, then? I feel like I should probably just try to go for lethal here, then. Four blockers, 10 attackers. Yeah, I mean, like, it seems like this is mostly lethal. I mean, it's, like, kind of close, but I think it's still lethal. As long as we're actually in the opponent's instep. I didn't check when... Beginning of instep. Okay, yeah. Well, so this should be mostly lethal. Assuming I know how to do math right. Hopefully I do. Fire up Hive. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Math is the opponent's problem, not mine. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Is there any reason not to use the original Kikis to clone more hasters here? The reason is that I do not have anything with more than 2 power. So attacking with the Kikis is the exact same amount of damage as swinging with them. I can't copy Hive because I get a land that isn't a creature if I copy Hive, which doesn't really do more damage. Okay, well this hand's like excellent because it's got Riveteers Requisitioner, so we're going to keep it. Look at all these 1-drops for our Devilish Valet eventually. I think at some point we broke the game audio because it's literally not playing any audio at all. Where is it? Is it just really quiet? No, I think the game's just straight up broken and not playing audio. You want to trade? Really? No? Okay. Let's see then. Do I just want to play both of my low-cost things? I don't really want to. I was really hoping they would trade and I could just play my Chariot. But they didn't, which is a bummer. The other Eyetwitch. Yeah, alright, we'll play the other Eyetwitch. That way I can actually make a treasure if they attack. Stop playing audio versus Sparky at some point. So there was a point where I turned off the desktop audio, and I forget why, but ever since I turned it back on, it still isn't actually working. Strangle. Oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna make a treasure token. If you want to hit me for 3, opponent, I'm actually, like, not particularly against that. Yeah, alright, let's just go get Tend the Pests. Alright, I dig Chariot. That's a 7-mana way to put like 5 things into play. 2 to the 5 is probably enough to do mostly lethal with Devilish Valet. Ob Nixilis? Oh no! I almost care about that at all. Yeah, no, I'll lose life. That's fine. I don't care. Yeah, no, I'll lose life. That's fine. I don't care. Oh no, my kitty! Okay, well, we hit the land. So do we win? Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I win. Probably? How much damage is that? Let me take a look. Okay, so we play Devilish Valet. We play a land. We Pest Summoning. Devilish Valet goes up to 4 power. We crew Chariot with the Pests and the Cat. We swing. Devilish Valet goes up to 8 power. So 8 plus 7 is 15. So yes, that is in fact lethal. Alright, we are required to keep hands that get to play Requisitioner on 2. Such are the rules. Ooh, wow. Not only Requisitioner on 2, but Fable on 3? I'm just all sorts of lucky today. The best part is the Requisitioner just also, like, does a bunch of damage. Like, a lot of damage. Why is Growth Spiral dealing my opponent 3 damage a turn? I don't know. But it is. Let's see, what do I want to discard here? I can't really risk getting rid of the Proving Ground, but I guess I can get rid of the Valet. Oh, I could have gotten rid of the Proving Ground. Kitty cat. No. I need those to be intact for holding things. Please do not scratch them. Alright, if a opponent wants to kill my Requisitioner and give me mana, I would like them to give me mana. So that is okay with me. Boop. Hello. Okay. Yeah, I suppose Shambling Ghast is dead. Oh, wow, they don't want to kill my Requisitioner and give me mana. Oh, that's so not okay with me, opponent. Rude. Alright, well, I'm going to play Chariot. If they want to, like, wipe my board, I guess they can. That's allowed. Bye-bye, kitty. If they wipe my board here, then I'm putting a Fable of the Mirror Breaker token into play. Or, well, a Reflection of Kiki-Jiki into play, which begins to threaten a lot of damage with Daemogoth Titan. Like 22? No. Esika's Chariot doesn't make a copy that can attack. Right. Ew. Gross. Alright. Culling Ritual gives my opponent a bunch of mana. We have to play creatures. It's the only way to get multiple millions of damage. We need to beat the personal best record up there. Binding of the Old Gods. Gross. Oh, they went for Chariot instead of Fable? Really? Okay, that's not where I thought this was going. How do we do this? 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 Do I just play Titan? I guess I just play Titan. I mean, I guess they could kill Titan, which would be kind of a bummer. Fable. Alright. So my goal right now is to just make some treasures and then try to draw cards. Mostly I think I'm just here to try to set up lethal with Devilish Valet. I guess I could attack with Daemogoth Titan and sack the Goblin Shaman, forces the opponent to chump block with Shambling Ghast, but they're probably going to do that anyway. Yeah, they do that anyway. I don't expect that having a Daemogoth Titan untapped, like, accomplishes anything for me, but you never know. Alright, so now the opponent, like, has to do things that involve not leaving them dead on board to Daemogoth Titan. It's like if they want to play Invoke Despair, they die. So I assume they don't want to do that. We are trying to do mini combos all at the same time. Devilish Valet is chief among them. Binding of the Old Gods on Reflection of Kiki-Jiki. Pretty inconvenient. Oh, just on the Titan. Okay. That doesn't seem like the correct maneuver, but I will accept it on account of it making me happy. Land isn't very useful. I will happily get rid of the lands. Instead, we draw lands, which are less useful. Alright, well, let's go make a bunch of treasures. Okay. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Do I play a land? If they don't kill my Kiki-Jiki, I do, like, a pretty heinous amount of damage. I should probably not play the Ziatora's Proving Ground in case they do kill my Reflection of Kiki-Jiki. Then I can cycle the Proving Ground. Or at the very least, loot it away to Fable of the Mirror Breaker, depending on what they do this turn. But, yeah, I think... yeah, alright. Shadow's Verdict is pretty decent. You got me for now, opponent. You got me for now. Do I even want to cycle this? I don't even think I want to cycle this. Tend the Pests. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright. Let's top deck something good. Eyetwitch. Eyetwitch, are you good? I don't think you're good. Okay. Well, once again, opponent has to kill Kiki Jiki. Invoke Despair. I guess that does kill Kiki Jiki, or at least it kills one of the Kiki Jikis, which is good enough. Three, 7, no. So I need Pest Summoning, I guess? Alright, so let's see how this works. Devilish Valet. Copy Devilish Valet. Pest Summonings. I mean, mostly this is a lot of damage. It's not record-breaking, but it is a lot. I don't assume the opponent's going to have a Fog with their 2 green mana. Yeah, only 1,000. Meh.